Now I have the honor to introduce to you the Ambassador of Japan to the United States, Koji Tomita. Ambassador Tomita was appointed to his current position in 2021, but has a long history of working to better international relations, including previous assignments as Ambassador to South Korea, Ambassador to the State of Israel, and Minister in the United Kingdom, as well as here in Washington, D.C. Please join me in welcoming him to the stage.
Well, thank you very much for that gracious introduction. It's really great to be here. I like to start by congratulating Chairman Shukri and all those involved for holding the U.S.-Japan Civil Aviation Symposium in person for the first time in 4 years, I understand. My office is very pleased to support this event following the hugely successful the U.S.-Japan Tourism Symposium held in March of this year. This symposium is very timely because I'm told the year 2023 marks the 70th anniversary of the entry into force of the U.S.-Japan Civil Air Transport Agreement. And since the agreement took effect, as you know, air routes between Japan and the United States have been gradually expanded, and it has been nearly 40 years since the first flight to Washington, D.C., nation's capital. Having spent a good part of my diplomatic career on Japan-US relations, I don't have to tell you, I have been a very frequent flyer on that particular service. I believe that the expansion of the aviation link is a testament to the deepening cooperation between Japan and the United States. Indeed, it has supported the phenomenal increase in human exchanges between our two countries, which have in turn provided a critical foundation for a bilateral partnership. If I may tell a little bit about my own story, back in 1977, when I was a sophomore at college, I had a great fortune to be accepted as a national student at Davidson College, North Carolina. I still remember how excited I was boarding on a Pan Am flight in the old Haneda airport. Narita wasn't open until the following year. And the flight took me first to Anchorage for refueling, then to New York, where I caught an Eastern flight to Charlotte. And by the way, the Charlotte airport back then was a very small provincial airport about the size of a high school gymnasium. All this is, of course, an ancient history, but I'm deeply gratified to see our airline service continuing to bring our peoples closer together. I will always say our alliance is built from ground up, founded on multiple layers of connections encompassing broad areas from security to business, from culture to grassroots. And I cannot overstate the importance of the role played by well-functioning aviation links in building those connections. Although face-to-face exchanges were seriously impacted by the pandemic, there has been significant recovery in air traffic between our two countries. Challenges remain as we try to consolidate our recovery, including the recent trends in exchange rates and the rise in flight prices. But we are fully committed to the goal of further promotion of tourism between our two countries, and we are delighted to be able to designate the coming year, 2024, as Japan-US Tourism Year in close cooperation with the US government. That said, it goes without saying, aviation cooperation between the two countries should look beyond bilateral issues and come to grips with the broader challenges facing international society. looking at our world today, many parts of the world are still reeling from the devastating impact of the global pandemic. Russian aggression against Ukraine has shaken the international order to its very foundations. All these developments have contributed to heightened uncertainty and geopolitical tension in the world over. So under these circumstances, I believe that maintaining and strengthening connectivity in the aviation sector is extremely important, not only for ourselves, but the whole world. Japan and the United States, two leading nations in global aviation, should work together toward this goal. Equally important is the task of working out effective response to climate change in the field of international aviation. As Chairman Shukuri noted, last year ICAO adopted a long-term global aspirational goal of carbon neutrality by 2050. Again, Japan and the United States should lead global efforts to realize this ambitious vision. In this context, it is timely and welcome that this symposium provides an opportunity for the stakeholders of our two countries to deepen conversation on aviation sustainability, including how we can work together to expand and secure sustainable aviation fuel. So finally, let me conclude by expressing my deep gratitude to all of you for the robust bilateral cooperation taking place in the aviation sector, and by expressing my sincere hope that this symposium will contribute to our joint efforts to work for an even stronger partnership. Thank you very much.